Howdy all, I'm Adam the Renaissance Nerd. You guys know that I have been covering what I call the coming collapse of Disney. Disney has done nothing but lay waste to everything we love while pushed by sometimes shadowy, sometimes very obvious agenda-driven organizations. They are not your friend. They don't care about your kids. They don't care about your family. They do not care about providing good, family-friendly escapism entertainment as they did for decades on end until just now. Part of the reason Disney got itself into trouble and the nail started being driven into the coffin was they got involved with the Florida bill the other year. It was a disaster because it revealed, as I said, what they really cared about. Effing with your kids, indoctrinating your kids, making sure that they were brainwashed and put in positions of danger. Well, the Florida government decided, hey, we're not gonna let this slide. We are going to take this opportunity to basically pull the rug out from under Disney, who have had basically complete and total control over their own desires ever since the 1960s. Disney has not taken that lying down. They've tried campaign after campaign to try and win public opinion, but it hasn't worked. And now, just today, Disney has decided their latest attempt is to sue the state of Florida and Governor Ron DeSantis. Now, we don't generally talk politics on this channel, so we're not going to, but what I want to talk about here in this brief video is how I think this is a bluff. I think this is a bluff. I think it's a bad move, and I think it reeks of desperation. So Disney escalates war on Florida, sues Ron DeSantis, claiming targeted campaign of government retaliation. What exactly does it say? Disney suit alleges DeSantis has waged a relentless campaign to weaponize government power against the company amid the ongoing fight over the Florida bill. It also claims the Republican governor orchestrated at every step a campaign to punish Disney in ways that threaten the company's business. Basically, Disney is latching on to what was originated by a Supreme Court ruling that big companies have the same rights as individuals, and that's true. That's law in these United States of America. Now, what spurred this today? Well, I mean, what spurred this on today? Florida's new oversight board, the board created to make sure that Disney does things by the same rules as everybody else in Florida, which they haven't for time immemorial at this point. Florida's new oversight board on Wednesday said Disney's plans for potential expansion of Disney World did not comply with state law and declared the agreement void. The Central Florida Tourism Oversight Board unanimously supported an attorney's findings of legal flaws in the developer's agreement Disney reached in February with the previous board, including a lack of proper public notice. What our lawyers have told us factually and legally, what they created is an absolute legal mess, said board chairman Martin Garcia. It will not work. Disney announced its lawsuit minutes later. So Disney has had this sitting and waiting to go because they knew that by having to play by the same rules as just, let's say, Universal and every other big corporation in Florida that likes to expand, that they would fail. Because Disney's never had to do this before. Reedy Creek entitled them to do whatever they wanted. And now it's gone. And not only is the lack of Reedy Creek going to cost them hundreds of millions, possibly billions of dollars in revenue, it's also going to cost them billions of dollars in taxes. Why do I think, I said this at the beginning of the video, why do I think this is a bad idea? Reason one, Disney says it's infringement of the First Amendment. That's what they're saying. They're First Amendment rights have been infringed because they can say whatever they want. And the First Amendment allows you to say whatever you want. That's the First Amendment, freedom of speech. But is freedom of speech telling kids through your programming that it's okay to mutilate themselves? Is that freedom of speech? Is it freedom of speech to tell parents you don't have a say in what your kids do? Is that freedom of speech, or is that enforcing totalitarian dictatorship on people? That'll be a question for the courts. I think that's the problem. I think when it goes down to nitty gritty, it's not freedom of speech when you're trying to tell parents how to raise their children. When you're trying to influence state law that gives parents the rights on their family. I think that's where we're going to find the nitty gritty on this. That Disney doesn't have that freedom of speech is stating your opinion. We don't think that gay people should be oppressed, which is what Disney might have said. No, it's we have the right to push an agenda that hurts your children. That's what it's really going to turn out to be, I think, when you get into nitty-gritty. At the same time, though, here's why I think it's a bluff. I think it's a bluff because if you go to court, as my buddy, Grumpy Old Vaping Gamer, has said repeatedly, if Disney goes to court on anything, that's going to open up discovery. That's going to open the doors. And lawyers, teams of government lawyers will have the chance to look at all of Disney's little secrets. I wonder if they've thought this through. I believe that Bob Iger and his cronies at Disney believe that this scare tactic, this threat of suit, will make Florida bend the knee. Because Disney is used to bending the knee when they come under threat by far-left activists. I don't think it's going to work. I think something's going to happen where they're going to probably get an excuse to remove this before a court says you're full of shit on this. You just want to protect your money. That's what this is. This is a desperate plan to protect their money because the lack of Reedy Creek is going to financially rip Disney apart. They're already losing on the entertainment front, and now on the theme park front, this will rip them apart completely and utterly. And I believe it will be glorious when it happens. Either way, those are my initial thoughts on this. We will talk about this more this weekend on the round table. I can't wait for this discussion. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is Disney being desperate? Do you think they have a leg to stand on? I mean, I'm no lawyer. I feel like this is all saber rattling and smoke and mirrors, and it's gonna blow up in their face like everything else does these days. And also, this is going to continue to lose them. It's going to continue to have them lose in the court of public opinion as well. People are sick of this shit. Anyway, all right, I think I'm done. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, a like would be very much appreciated. If you're new here, I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I hope to earn your trust and support using facts and logic, because facts and logic don't care about whiny fifis. Hit that notification button, share my videos if you like what I'm preaching, and by all means, leave comments. What do you think about all of this? I'd love to hear from you, actual passionate fans. I care what you think. I don't care what the stands and the SJWs think, because 201, they're all cowards behind keyboards, and they're universally stupid. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to reach out to me, please email me at theranernerd@gmail.com for all channel business purposes. I am on Twitter now, mostly for promotion and sharing of videos. Maybe a little shit stirring here and there. Who knows? @TheRenNerd. You can also find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can see me on Rumble and Odyssey under the Renaissance Nerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.